Here with a guest, Steve Sinkula from Wilbur Ellis. Steve, welcome to the Fireside Chat here at 2024 Tech Hub Live.
Really happy to be here.
With our audience, if you could share a little bit of background on yourself in a nutshell.
Sure. So grew up in agriculture, tried to run away from it after undergraduate, have been in agriculture since 2005. Worked at Cargill and a number of startups in the ag tech or ag biotech space until joining Wilbur Ellis 2 years ago to head up our digital solutions team.
Very good. So we wanted to talk digital solutions. And the reason I think that's a great topic for us to discuss is I know years and years I've worked with Wilbur Ellis. And I know that for many years you've had a program called Ag Verdict, which I've written about. But I guess there's some update on Ag Verdict. I mean, it's an older program, but how it's now fitting into the newer digital solutions space. So if you could explain that to our audience.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So as you mentioned, Wilbur Ellis is invested in Ag Verdict, which is really a platform to help our agronomists collect agronomic data, make the best possible recommendations they can to our growers, and then also support them with the compliance record keeping they need, especially in specialty or food markets. But Wilbur Ellis at the same time has invested in a number of platforms that are really more grower facing, either field technology, such as our probe schedule business and a recently launched crop sites. And so what we're doing is we're building out and continuing to build out how we enable our agronomists, but also getting more intentional about how do we work with our growers and serve up the information they want to help them make better decisions in season, either independently or in conjunction with the expertise of an agronomist. And we think that's really where the secret sauce is when you can take the technology and the Wilbur Ellis expertise and the farmer expertise of their operation and marry them up to help make decisions in season or after the season as they go into the next season.
Okay. I know, of course, the one thing that everybody talks about when you're in season, of course, is, the expected is expected, stating the obvious, but the unexpected, when the unexpected happens, how will the digital solutions driven with Ag Verdict from Wilbur Ellis, how is that able to help the grower community to overcome those unexpected situations that might come up?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there's always the unexpected, and it seems to be happening and maybe a little bit more frequently as weather patterns change and things of that nature. And it's really about collecting the data and getting the data to the growers in the real time with some analytics to say, all right, what is the situation today? So, we often start with more descriptive analytics. So what's going on? And then, as we move forward, we're going to get into more predictive analytics, so forecasting, pest and disease modeling, things of that nature. And so information and data has a lot of power, but a part of it is how do you get it to growers and agronomists in real time? And how do you do it in a way that allows them to understand the picture? Or as one of our growers, with crop sites, I get to see where I want to point my truck for that morning because you see where there's more urgency with the information that he's getting real time to dedicate, a scarce resource, which is time.
Very good. I know a lot of you mentioned predictive modeling. Does that involve some type of AI in the mix, or could it later, perhaps?
Yeah, it will definitely. As we move through the journey, we're really just starting our journey on predictive analytics. And it will increasingly. Of course, one of the things, and if you go to a technology conference around artificial intelligence, the first place they start with is the data, right? And so you have to have your data foundation correct in order to be able to take advantage of that. And so at Wilbur Ellis, we're kind of parallel pathing it. We're making sure that our data ties back to the unit that really matters on a farm, which is that field or that block or that sub-block if you're out west. And then bringing in the expertise of AI models along with agronomists and the agronomy knowledge to help develop models that stand the test of time and can evolve, but always having a human in the loop to help interpret what's going on, and also what's the best decision for that operation in terms of return on investment, because every grower can make many investments, and so where do you want to pick where you're going to where you're going to get your greatest return on investment. So aiming to be, and we're hoping to do that in collaboration with other partners in the landscape.
Okay. For instance, I mean, where would a partnership make sense with this digital solution that you're offering?
Sure. And I just got came over from the Taranis booth, and so those are the examples where a partner can bring in some really interesting technology, powerful technology, as well as that data science capability. And so when we can couple that with our understanding of the growers operate and of the more holistic data picture that we have there's a lot of opportunities. So exploring many right now.
Okay. I know Wilbur Ellis, of course, vast company, have a lot of different disposal. How does this program, this digital solution, how is that working in concert with the other Wilbur Ellis offerings you have in the marketplace?
Oh, that's a really good question. And so what digital solutions that Wilbur Ellis is really focusing on, our ag retail or ag field and special crop businesses for now. But there's a really strong partnership with our enterprise team, both on data. So really making sure that the Wilbur Ellis data universe isn't just agronomic data; it's the entire data universe. But also partnerships with our branded technology team, for example, where we're now starting to do field trials where we're leveraging our technology and their branded tech products to identify where can we get those win-win situations, and how can we take insights to help make the right product recommendation, either from one of our partners in the crop protection space, from a fertility perspective, or from something from our branded tech portfolio.
Okay. So from folks that have been utilizing the system in the field, what type of feedback have you heard, and what maybe other solutions, capabilities are folks realizing using this program in their operations?
That's a great question. I think, from, as we look at it, our agronomists continue to want to stay on the cutting edge. And so, one of the things that we've developed this year or really working on is a better tech evaluation process within Wilbur Ellis, so that we can, work with partners, evaluate their technology, and really bring that curated portfolio of options to growers around, all right, let's sit down, understand your greatest needs, and what do we have in the portfolio that fits to help you on that technology journey. And that's one of the pieces that we really have heard from growers is they want a partner who understands not only their farming operation and their crop types and the crops that they're growing, but their fields and the nuances of those fields. And how do you couple that with a portfolio of technology so we can pick the thing that's going to drive the most value for them and then grow with them in a fast, moving landscape. So staying up to speed, helping them identify where do they want to go, where do they want to start, and then being able to bring in new solutions as the space grows and as they grow, and how to leverage technology on their operations.
Very good. Well, as we wrap this up, then, we're at the 2024 Tech Hub Live event here in Des Moines, regarding, the quest for better technology and how Wilbur Ellis might be able to help them achieve that as they move forward.
Wow, that's a great question, a hard one to answer. I think from my perspective, there's not a silver bullet out there. There's not one technology that is going to win the day. And so that's something where, the agricultural technology landscape is going to need to come together and create the right sort of partnerships that really focuses on, what's the need for the grower, what's the return they're going to get, and so how can we move together in partnership. And that's one of the things for growers. Come to us with your problems and your challenges, and let us know what you'd like us to explore. And for others in the technology landscape, we're interested in partnering. We know that Wilbur Ellis can't win the day without partners, and so let's have those conversations and explore how we might be able to work together to bring more to the marketplace. And really the most important thing is to help growers not only succeed, but to thrive in the future.
Very good. Well, Steve, I appreciate you joining us here for a fireside chat. Hope the fire wasn't too hot for you. And thanks, everyone, for joining us. On behalf of myself and everyone at the Crop Life Media Group, thanks, and we'll be back with another fireside chat shortly.